I'm not feeling that way well today, folks. Not in the perfect health, but I'm not going to dwell on that. I just wanted you to know. I'm still going to forge ahead with some videos. I got this idea to get really deep, mystery channel. I know I look a little bit like YouTube president right now, so I don't I don't want to confuse anybody. Maybe I should just stop this video. Alright, so we'll start this way then. Don't be deceived by physical appearances. Don't let that distract you. I've said this to you many times before. You have to focus on what the thought is. That's the only thing that really matters. That's the primary focus. The mind is the maker of everything. So what is the mind? We have to know what the mind is. By example, we have to really know what the mind is. And we have to know it from within the mind. You can't know the mind from being without the mind, from being on the outside. You can only understand the mind by being the mind. This is a little bit ironic, but that's what the reality is. Just like you can't figure out what's chaos until you go into it. And most of us are in chaos most of the time. Therefore, we know what chaos is. And I bring that up because the mind is supposed to be order. And order is the opposite of chaos. And law has everything to do with order. Because law is the force of will that keeps the order in place. It maintains the order. And law is a set body of rules that are supposed to control and maintain our thoughts and therefore our actions. The mind is the realm of the mental thoughts, and that's how we have our actions. And actions are the outward physical appearance, the activities of people interacting, and that is how we know the cause of it. See, the actions are the fruits of the tree. You shall know the fruits by the tree. I'm sorry, the other way around. You should know the tree by the fruits. So if you can see the fruits, which is the action, and you question it, and then you follow it back to its roots, that's where the cause is. That's where the thoughts are not lawful. That's where the thoughts come from a chaotic mind. Because the mind is the maker of all things. It's the ultimate cause. I'm trying to define for you what's the mind and everything that's connected with it. Emotions are the byproduct of thought. Thoughts that are not harmonious, thoughts that are in chaos generate emotion. It's a reaction. Emotions are similar to the word feeling and and also similar to mood. Mood is a combination of emotions that may be connected with thoughts, or the goal of a sustained thought. And all of these things can be defined according to a lower or higher connotation, such as happiness. There is a form of lower happiness which is emotional and which is very fleeting. It can happen for 20 seconds, it can happen for a day. But the higher connotation of happiness is a permanent state of happiness that comes from the mind, not from outward physical input, such as chocolate or a marijuana joint or somebody smiling at you. Those things can produce a mild form of happiness, which is the lower connotation of happy. Now, another word for happy in the higher connotation is bliss, or contentment, or perhaps solitude, which is a very unemotional state. It's the contentment with individualization. It's the contentment of being alone, solitude, fortitude. Now, how do we improve the mind? And how do we understand what is the mind as well? I believe that there are various methods that we can use, and they are all part of your spiritual path. Oh, there I had to bring up another word, which is the spirit. It tends to be vague because it's a word that's out of the world. Spirit is somehow not in our physical reality. We set aside a certain level of existence to be called spiritual. Spiritual are somehow the misunderstood or unknown or unexplained experiences. The spiritual world is hiding, is concealed. The spiritual world is mystical, and it is very mysterious. Now, how does that connect with the mind? Is the mind somehow similar to spirit? Yes, I would say so. I would say that the mind is the route, the route, the path to get to the spirit. The spirit, I believe, is a higher connotation of the mind. And the reason that it's hidden from us is because we're in the lower mind, which is being obstructed or confused by the physical appearances. I want you to just focus on everything that I've said and try to understand and use it as a stepping stone into our public discussion here. You don't see me. You just listen to the words as you seek the truth. I am the voice inside of your mind. It's one and the same, and it's calling you back to the great spirit of life.